Hello, knowledge seekers. In this episode of 20-Minute Books, we delve into Passionista by Ian Kerner, PhD, a New York Times best-selling author, psychotherapist, and recognized sex therapist. This enlightening read serves as an expert guide to unlocking the mysteries of male sexuality and enhancing sexual satisfaction. Kerner draws upon his extensive counseling experience to provide insightful answers and strategies for individuals and couples eager to improve their bedroom experience. While focusing on the joys of giving pleasure, Passionista illuminates pathways to mutually rewarding intimate encounters. As a remarkably accessible manual, this book appeals to women who aim to better understand and please their partners. It is also a valuable resource for any couple seeking to strengthen their sexual connection and for everyone who wishes to savor the full scope of enjoyable and fulfilling sexual experiences. Join us as Passionista offers the keys to a more passionate and connected sex life. Passionista, the Empowered Woman's Guide to Pleasuring a Man. Introduction. Unlock the secrets to a man's sexual desires. Ever feel like understanding what men want in the bedroom is akin to decoding an ancient language? You're not alone. The quest to comprehend the male psyche, especially when it comes to intimacy, is a topic that has puzzled women for ages. And if you've found yourself yearning for a deeper connection or just wanting to spice things up, you're in the right place. Bring the spark back into your relationship or light it up for the first time. Passionista by Ian Kerner is your treasure map to the often elusive terrain of male sexuality. This isn't a critique of your current moves. Think of it as your personal empowerment seminar, a master class offering insights into the male anatomy, a deep dive into passionate techniques, and a pathway towards an emotional bond that lights your sexual life ablaze. Expect to get candid as we delve into explicit tips and truths. So ensure you're in the right space, physically and mentally, because things are about to get intimate. Part 1. Exploring the male territory for deeper pleasure. Imagine you're setting out on a voyage, not just any kind, but one that takes you through the intricacies of your man's body. Surprising as it might be, that well-trodden path straight to the penis isn't the only route to toe-curling heights of passion. Indeed, it's the entire body that's riddled with secret gates to a more fulfilling experience for him, and by extension, for you both. Men, just like anyone, have learned to shield their most vulnerable parts. That protective stance, however, can lead to an unyielding tension, barricading the path to pleasure. Sex can turn into a mundane activity, devoid of emotion and spontaneity, if the tension persistently holds its ground. What you want is to encourage openness, starting at the pelvic region. Think of this as untying a knotted rope, allowing freedom of movement that translates into sexual freedom. Foreplay emerges as your most trusted ally here, the preemptive dance that paves the way for intense arousal. Many men are sprinters on the track of pleasure, always racing towards the finish line, orgasm, a habit developed along the winding paths of adolescence. Yet, what's missed in this sprint is the full spectrum of sensation and connective intimacy. Slow it down and remind your partner that every touch, every whisper matters in the continuum of desire. Ignite a fire that makes every inch of his being a part of the experience, not just the expected hotspots. Yes, the neck, the navel, the mysterious inner thighs, they await your discovery. Naturally, the penis too demands its share of exploration. The sensitive glands, the frenulum's tender skin, the communicative shaft, and the scrotum's hidden pleasures. They're all integral to this voyage. Ease him into a state of relaxation with your varied touch and see him unfold. For the relationship that's dulled by repetition or strained by intimacy issues, this approach brings revitalization, providing a savored indulgence that deepens your bond. But what about when bedroom challenges aren't about lack of excitement, but about maintaining the physical connection? Erections come in three forms: the visual stimulated erotic, the physically stimulated reflex, and the sleep associated nocturnal. Stress, depression, and other factors outside the bedroom can hinder erectile strength, and it's essential not to blame yourself in these moments. Here lies the usefulness of nocturnal erections. Those spontaneous morning moments can be a godsend for a man experiencing erectile difficulties. Should you both wake to find his nocturnal vigor, embrace the moment, embodying the spontaneous spirit of passion that can keep your intimate life thriving. Part 2. Ignite the imagination for deeper connection. It's one thing to map the contours of a man's body, but quite another to navigate the landscape of his mind. The essence of sexual pleasure isn't confined to physical acts. It has roots in the intangible, in the whispered secrets of desire and fantasy. Think of these as the match and kindling that set aflame the chemical reactions within our brains, shaping our experience of love and intimacy. In the honeymoon phase of a relationship, we're swimming in a cocktail of dopamine, norepinephrine, and oxytocin, architects of happiness, hormone balance, and the fight or flight mechanism. It's a heady mix that raises arousal levels when stirred. Ever wonder why makeup sex feels so electric? It's those very chemicals playing conductor to your physical symphony. However, like the finest of wines, these chemicals can diminish with time, leaving behind a sober reality of waning desire and a bedroom where the echoes of passion have quieted. So, how can you turn back the clock to those days of reckless abandon, when desire was as quick as a spark on dry tinder, and surprise was just another word for romance? Your answer lies not in a grand gesture, but in embracing the unexpected, in breaking the mold of predictability. When it comes to fantasy, you're holding the paintbrush that can color your relationship with fresh, vibrant shades of excitement. Now, everyone's got a private gallery of fantasies, though the thought of unveiling it might cause the heart to race faster than desire. The fear of judgment is a formidable gatekeeper, but imagine the possibilities when that gate swings open, when communication flows uninhibited, bearing no judgment. Openness and authenticity aren't just noble aspirations, they're the bedrock of connection. By sharing your innermost desires, you're not just suggesting a tangential thrill in the bedroom, you're committing to explore new territories together. Don't misunderstand. Fantasies aren't just about creating momentary excitement. They can be a compass that guides you both to untapped sources of pleasure. Allow your partner to lead you through their labyrinth of longing and reciprocate by revealing your own. It's in these shared journeys where intimacy thrives, forging bonds as electric as touch itself. Part 3. Creating a symphony of shared sensations. Picture this: the ultimate sexual encounter is less about the specific choreography of moves and more about the harmony you create together. It's an experience that unfolds in the realm of shared sensations, of being in sync with one another's deepest desires. But given that many men charge headlong towards climax, it may fall to you to guide this intimate dance. Lead this encounter with not just sensuality, but a playful assertiveness. Allow him the luxury to simply bask in pleasure as you embark on an exploratory journey across his body. Ignite the experience with varied kisses, light nibbling, and the tease of your tongue. There's an art to building tension, to pausing on the brink without toppling over. And that's an art you can teach him. Did you know that pelvic fortitude isn't just for the ladies? Men, too, can benefit from the steadfast rigor of Kegel exercises, enhancing control and awareness, a skill honed as simply as halting the flow of nature's call. Maintain a dance of connection with your eyes, verbal teases, perhaps even a whisper of something more suggestive. Use your hands to craft a rhythm that defies predictability, keeping him on the crest of anticipation. If oral intimacy is on the cards, take the lead with conviction, tracing the terrain of his body with your lips as naturally as enjoying a summer treat. Yet don't rush towards the final act. Instead, alternate between eliciting pleasure with your mouth hands, and the rest of your body. It's in this varied approach that you craft an unforgettable crescendo, and when you enter the stage of mutual closeness, of intercourse, inch closer with deliberation. Let his body be a compass over your own, with you guiding how deeply you connect. You're in control of the rhythm, deciding when and how the symphony intensifies. Should you notice his tension rising to the prologue of release, you're the conductor. You can keep the momentum or revert to previous acts, focusing on his most sensitive areas. Together, you'll find yourselves not just riding a wave of pleasure, but composing an entire ocean of it. A sensational journey where the bond you share is as palpable as the ecstasy you evoke in each other. Final summary. Unlocking the sensual mysteries of a man's desires requires more than just physical approach. It demands an intricate understanding of both the corporeal and the cerebral. The key to a vibrant sexual relationship lies in recognizing what ignites arousal and sustains it, crafting an intimate narrative that is both exhilarating and spontaneous. Embracing fantasies, indulging in the spoken reverie of desires, or bringing them to life through passionate encounters infuses excitement into the liaison. This is about venturing together into uncharted territories, exploring the nuanced landscapes of pleasure, and fortifying an unparalleled emotional connection. In the end, it's about constructing a mosaic of experiences that speaks to both the body and the mind, curating an intimate journey that is as unpredictable as it is satisfying. A celebration of the shared passion that thrives in the understanding and fulfillment of male intimacy. Thank you for joining me today on this journey of learning and discovery as we explored the insights of another thought-provoking book in our growing library of knowledge. If you've enjoyed our time together, please take a moment to follow our podcast, give us a 5-star rating, and share 20-minute books with other knowledge seekers. Your support truly means a lot. Don't forget to join me again in the next episode, where we will delve into another enriching book. Until then, happy reading and happy listening.